So here I stand in a business suit and a tie, socks, dress shoes. We live in the Keys. Down there, this happens only when someone else says, "Will the defendant please rise?" I plead guilty. I have often said that I would never have been able to achieve what I did professionally without my time at Seton Hall. The classes, the atmosphere, the experience, literally living at WSOU for 4 years. As the oldest of 5 kids growing up in Bloomfield 50 years ago, hell, that's got to be a typo, 50 years ago? Yeah. But as the oldest of 5 at that point in 1972, the Hall's offer of an academic scholarship was the only way I was able to attend Seton Hall. It was $1,000 a year, and it was huge. Only down the road was I able to look back and see what a relatively modest gift did to provide one of the great inflection points of my life. And in a larger sense, that's what tonight represents for our students at the Hall. At a time when sports media and the entire field is in constant growth and evolution, disruption and reinvention, when the very nature of journalism is on a daily basis redefined and debated, and importantly, when opportunities for the motivated and the well-prepared have never been more numerous, our Center for Sports Media at Seton Hall will play a vibrant role in that preparation. And now, your presence here tonight, each of you, each in your own way, demonstrates that you stand with us in this work. To each of you, sincerely, my personal and deep thanks. And beyond the success of this evening, we're still hopeful in the next months of raising an additional $500,000 to assist in the ongoing budgetary operational costs and get us out for several years so we can concentrate on our work. But beyond that support, again, as I look around this room, I see an unrivaled reservoir of skills and abilities and experience that can enrich our students. If you have not spent, and Robin had a taste of this tonight for a little bit, and those young people, I think, will remember that evening for a while. I think she might, too. But if you've not spent several hours in a class with a group of motivated and enthusiastic and ambitious Seton Hall students, you're missing one of the great senses of fulfillment in this world. And if you would like to share some of your expertise and your experience, you have a new best friend. Her name is Jane McManus. You met her earlier this evening. She wants to hear from you. Or most of you know how to find me. Find me, text me, phone me, tackle me. Find me, and I will get you into the process of enriching the experience for our students. Because what each of you represent, what I trust we will always instill in our programs and our offerings, is excellence and values. Those qualities matter more now than ever before. They endure beyond the moment. They are the foundation for achievement and impact. They inform the best work of our profession, excellence and values. Which brings me to our guest of honor this evening. We call that a segue. You can never forget how to do that. Just as I can never forget the professional projects and journeys where I've worked with Robin Roberts. Yes, certainly in the studio on many occasions. From hosting a program at Dr. King's Ebenezer Baptist Church right there in the Tabernacle in Atlanta, or working side by each at the World Cup in Johannesburg. Both events, in both stories, involving themes grounded on the playing field, but with so much more impact. Stories where Robin's presence and her values were shining. Just last week, you saw her fewer than 20 hours after the passing of Queen Elizabeth. There was Robin anchoring for ABC News and Good Morning America directly outside Buckingham Palace. Global story, Robin is there. On her way to JFK Airport on the day that the Queen passed away, Robin texted me saying she intended to be here with us tonight, and she certainly is here. We recognize her this evening for what she has accomplished and for who she is. And who better to tell us that than a Pro Football Hall of Famer and a Super Bowl champion.
She was a player for real. Among the all-time leaders in scoring and rebounding at Southeastern Louisiana. But Robin Roberts had her eye on a career track as a sportscaster.
I just wanted to be a sports journalist at a time where women, especially women of color, you didn't see us.
I'm Robin Roberts. We're glad that you're with us. The opening ceremonies of the 1992 Summer Olympic Games took place on Saturday. You know very well my fondness for tennis, and you know that was fostered by Arthur Ashe. We've been with you for 2.5 hours this morning. That is not nearly enough time to honor such a man as Arthur Ashe. We appreciate you being here and letting us mourn with you.
Robin Roberts is on assignment today. She joins us from New York City.
Robin Roberts, plenty to show you in week 15.
Alongside Charlie Steiner, I'm Robin Roberts.
Her Emmy Award-winning work at ESPN led her from sports in Bristol to Times Square and news.
I remember the first time I said this. Good morning, America. Still exciting.
Robin quickly became indispensable to Good Morning America.
We are underway in making broadcast history, a television first. Mr. President, sounds good, doesn't it?
Hey, you know, it's got a certain ring to it.
Dad, this is for you.
But Robin's remarkable professional achievements pale in comparison to the magnitude of her courage, played out publicly by her choice in 2 serious health challenges.
We wanted you to hear it from us. Didn't want you to hear it anywhere else. I have breast cancer.
First, in 2007, Robin battled breast cancer. Then, 5 years later, a serious blood disorder.
Sometimes treatment for cancer can lead to other serious medical issues, and that's what I'm facing right now.
Myelodysplastic syndrome that required a life-saving bone marrow transplant from her sister Sally Ann. We all watched as Robin's ordeal, her courage, and her hope inspired millions.
Hi, it's Robin, and I have been waiting 174 days to say this. Good morning, America.
The young woman with game back in the day, the trailblazer at ESPN.
Thanks for joining us here on the Saturday morning edition of SportsCenter. So glad you could be with us.
In her 5th decade of excellence, having hosted the NFL Draft and the Final Four, reported on 6 Olympic Games, won 10 Emmys, and interviewed 5 U.S. presidents. My colleague at GMA.
Welcome back, Michael.
Thank you, George. Thank you.
Come on now.
She is a daily inspiration to all of us.
I've been blessed to achieve things in life I could never have imagined as that little girl growing up in Mississippi.
A leader with impeccable standards, commanding respect and affection. I am proud to call her my friend and thrilled to join you with Seton Hall University in celebrating her Lifetime Achievement Award.
Allow me to read the inscription, Robin. Lifetime Professional Achievement Award presented to Robin Roberts in recognition of her outstanding achievement in broadcast journalism. And for us at Seton Hall, this is important, her powerful example of servant leadership. Thursday, September 15th, 2002, there is no more fitting recipient nor powerful example for our Seton Hall students than my dear friend, Robin Roberts.
Bob, I got a standing ovation, and it didn't cost me $2 million. I kid because I care. Dinner's on me next time. There are very few people who can keep me up past my bedtime. Bob Lee is at the top of that list. My team has already gone to London again, which I will join them for the funeral on Monday. But I made a commitment to not only someone who's a friend, but who's family. And my father grew up in the South Orange area. He had the audacity to dream of being a pilot one day. He went on to be a Tuskegee Airman. And I think about the young people that are there on that campus at Seton Hall who have the audacity to have big dreams. And because of nights like this, dreams are going to come true. This is a very special night for me to receive an honor like this recognition, and to do it in the presence of people who had such a tremendous impact, not only on my career, but my life. You heard about George Bodenheimer, Steve Anderson, Rosa Gaddy, Dr. Richard Lapchick, John A. Walsh, and so many more that are here in the audience. Talent is equal. Opportunity is not. And I am so grateful for everyone who gave me an opportunity in local TV at first, in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, then Biloxi, Mississippi, then Nashville, Tennessee, then Atlanta, Georgia, and then the worldwide leader in sports, right, Chris? Chris LaPlaca, my neighbor on Portage Crossing for all those years. Remember we had the Olympic team and your daughter came? I'm telling you, this is what this night is all about, is showing gratitude for those people who have helped, because as I said, opportunity is not equal. But when I got to ESPN, and we're from all different backgrounds, I mean, on the surface, we could not be more different. I mean, we are, and I said this, you know this, you're my brother from another mother. And I mean that sincerely. And my mother often said we have more in common than not, so why don't we focus on those similarities instead of those differences? And where we have that common bond is that we all want the same opportunity to be able to be our absolute best, the same opportunity to be seen and to be heard. And that's what you're doing. When I met those young people, it was like a kaleidoscope. That was so wonderful to see the representation that you have here and to see their big eyes and their dreams. Representation is important. It's not a goal, it has to be seen as a value. Diversity, that's great, that's being on the team. Inclusion, that means you're in the game. I thank you for the opportunity to get in the game. Game on. Bless you and thank you so very, very much.